Alright, so boom. Imagine a world where you're walking down to your local supermarket, and as you bust a right turn, you end up in an absolute battlefield. You got young throwing hands, bodies getting slammed, and people shouting, "World Star! World Star, motherfucker!" all over these discounted ready-made meals. This right here is the entire premise of bento, an anime where high school students engage in intense fight to claim half-priced meals called bento. And these right here aren't ordinary eats. These kids will crash out just to get a chance at securing it. The story begins with this guy who goes by the name of Sato, who finds himself stumbling into this very same battlefield, only to have his face mashed up in his very first encounter.
But bring that. You know what? You stay your stupid ass right over there. We just gonna look at this nigga here. We just gonna look at this nigga. Just look at this nigga. Boy, you gotta be the dumbest nigga I know.
Instead of being a little twat and running off, he's like, "Nah, this shit kinda fun still," and joins the rank of a gang that goes by the name of Wolves. A couple of fighters who live for these bento battles. You ever see these guys on the street walking towards you, turn the other way. From that point on, Sato learns that these fights are more than just securing food for the night. They're about pride, respect, and survival. Along his journey from rookie to veteran, you have his little sidekick called Hana. She doesn't really fight. She manages to slip through battles every now and then and grab a bento meal for the night. She likes writing these weird novels because Japan, right? And here you have Sato's future mentor, Sen, who is referred to as the Ice Witch. But let me tell you right now, she's an absolute menace. You can always tell them anime characters with red eyes are not to be played with. Like, you gotta take a step back and think to yourself, whoa, what you on me? What kind of strange powers are you about to reveal that will completely ruin the power scaling?
Hell no.
But Sen right here is the glue that holds the wolves together and helps this guy learn the ropes of the game. But this was after she thought Sato wasn't built to fight for the half-price meals and should just stick to full-price meals like a good little boy. See, before all of this, Sato got beaten up for the first time initially, wanted to spin the block on whoever dished demands on him, and despite Sen's warnings, gets beaten up again. You got the shopkeeper here slapping them half-price stickers on the meals, and this guy's like, "Yo, you know what, yeah, let me just dive straight in, mouth open and everything." And you got these fake demons ready to pounce on him. Bro, I'm telling you, man, these people do not play about bento meals. And as soon as Sato turns around,
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Everybody on the floor, meaning that there was one clear winner that night, and it was the Ice Witch herself. Bro, this guy thought he achieved sweet victory, and she's like, "Nah, you ain't having that." After the battle ends in total defeat for Sato, Sen's like, "Ah, you know what, yeah, let me teach you my ways in that." And this is where my guy starts climbing the ranks as he joins the half-priced Food Lovers Club brew. Yeah, that's their little hideout where all the magic happens. As you already know, Sen starts training Sato and Hana in the way of bento brawling, giving them the rundown for what goes on, what supermarkets they can frequent, and others beyond the team's turf. So Sen decides to send them onto the field, and during one of their visits to the supermarket, they come across this fat ass woman who is referred to as the boar. Essentially, this woman snatches up the half-price bentos before the battle even starts. You got all these hungry waiting to get their chance at having a meal for tonight, and she's just, nah, she literally just taxed these guys in advance, my guy. Like, what's the thing you youngers say these days? Is it what, phantom taxed? Nah, there's no way my guy's gonna let her violate like this. But luckily, Sato comes across this guy named Yu, who's also referred to as the wizard. This guy pops in for the first time, just straight aura farming, like, bro, we get it, we see the fit. You're telling me this guy got dressed up and everything to pull up to a supermarket and secure a half-priced meal? People that dress like this destroy planets and exhibit magical powers, bro. Anyways, Sato meets this wizard guy. He's obviously seeing the disrespect occurring and is basically like, "Nah, I don't have that, little man. Come on. Little man, come here. Don't have that, man," and encourages him to stand up to the boar so the bento battles can remain fair. With all this set in place, Sato starts to understand the pride of the wolves and gets his first W. The wizard's over here swinging at Dons. Sato's like, "Room for one more?" And yes, as I said, he secures his first victory. But he also obtains an honor seal from the god of discounts, which is pretty much a seal these shop owners put on any of the bento meals they like best. There comes a point in the anime where Sato's in some crazy outfit. Like, what on earth is this, man? Is this meant to boost his stats? Are we power scaling bento fighters now? Who would win in the fight? Sus outfit Sato versus Prime Sen. Sato pops into the store with his mates, and you already know what's about to get busy. Our boys came a long way now, and he's just gliding his way through, dishing out hands to all these fodders. He starts throwing hands with, "Oh yeah, new character just dropped. Her name's Ayame, Sato's first cousin, also a bento brawler." But anyway, Sato's dishing out of hands is short-lived after my guy gets jumped by Mono. And you'd expect this to be some casual beating over a meal, but nah, this guy's here with a a cause. Monarch's here to seek revenge because he sees Sato as a threat, not just to his dominance in the bento wars, but to the legacy he's trying to uphold. The guy's predecessor got defeated by the wizard, so taking down Sato gives him a shot at restoring pride. But obviously, this guy not being the main character in that has him completely wrapped up like a bin bag by Sato and Ayame. And then the anime takes some weird turn, going from an anime about YNs crashing out over discounted meals to some waifu ecchi anime along with YNs crashing out over discounted meals. Sato later becomes hospitalized after jumping out of a window to protect his video game console that Sen threw out. I mean, I guess she's a soul user, innit? And then we get introduced to these two twin sisters named Kayo Sawagi. The older one has an interest in Sen and decides to infiltrate the hospital, not knowing that the person she expects to be Sen is actually Sato. And here they're pulling up in these freaky little Halloween costumes. This guy's living the life, isn't he? Unfortunately, I can't show the rest because, well, who thought an anime about half-priced meals would be this crazy, innit?